Well, welcome back to the program, and Sandy has got your summaries tonight.
Yes, before we go, how well is your bank doing? Are you aware? Do you know?
I have no idea. Hopefully we get to know, right?
Sure. So we want to know how well your bank is performing in the face of the financial crisis. Well, we have a report on the performance of 30 banks in the country, and Standard Chartered Bank was adjudged the most credible bank in the country. We have the details plus some international stories shortly.
At a time when the financial sector is recovering from a potential crisis, a new report ranking 30 of Ghana's universal banks has been launched, with Standard Chartered Bank adjudged as the most credible. Zenith Bank, EcoBank, United Bank for Africa, and Barclays Bank completed the first 5 positions as the most credible banks. Fidelity Bank and Ghana Commercial Bank, both of which are Ghanaian-owned banks, all made the first 10 most credible banks, occupying the 8th and 10th places respectively. The ranking was done by a team of technical analysts at Confident, a management consulting company based in Accra, Johannesburg, and Geneva, and was based on an assessment of their credibility using CredMap technology. Mobile money data has become a source of a feud between the Communications Ministry demanding it and the central bank, which is keeping it. Letters from the Communications Ministry contain requests wrapped in strong words asking the Bank of Ghana to release the data to a private contractor, Kelny GVG, taxed to verify revenue generated by telcos. One of the letters, signed by Anastasia Mafu from the Communications Ministry, said the level of disrespect exhibited by the bank in this matter is simply appalling. This was after the central bank, in a letter signed by Secretary Frances Van Heysaki, insisted a request by the ministry is an invasion of privacy of mobile money subscribers. The Communications Ministry wants disclosure of customer balances, transaction amounts, date and time of the transactions. The Ghana Revenue Authority has mobilized about 12 billion Ghana cedis from import duties and is on target to achieve the 13 billion set for the 2018 fiscal year. Data from the GRA suggests, if achieved, the target will represent about 2 billion cedis increase over the 11.43 billion Ghana cedis of revenue the GRA collected last year from importers. The Revenue Authority mobilized about 5.8 billion Ghana cedis in the first half of the year from the same source. As at the end of October, collection from import duties amounted to 11.5 billion Ghana cedis. Sources within the GRA have attributed the appreciation import duty performance largely to the implementation of the paperless port system at the country's seaports. One airline has literally gone to great lengths to prove it's the best in the past 12 months, and it appears to have paid off. Singapore Airlines, which in October triumphantly relaunched the world's longest non-stop scheduled passenger service, flying from Singapore to New York, has now capped a successful year with a new accolade. The carrier has pipped Air New Zealand to be named Airline of the Year by Australian-based aviation safety and product rating agency, Airline Ratings, in the company's annual Airline Excellence Awards. It's a big upset for Air New Zealand, which has spent 5 consecutive years in the top spot. The award celebrates the carrier's soaring highest, from the swankiest first-class suites to the comfiest economy seats, via the roomiest lounges and the tastiest culinary offerings. International Monetary Fund head Christine Lagarde said central banks around the world should consider issuing digital currency. Speaking in Singapore, Mrs. Lagarde said this could make digital currency transactions safer. Non-cash payments have increased over the years, raising challenges for governments and central banks. Regulators have voiced concerns with digital currencies and called for greater oversight. A virtual currency issued by a central bank would be a liability of the state, as cash is not of a private firm. This would help consumers by making transactions safer and more common, and as a result, cheaper.